G'day everybody, how you doing? It's Sammy here and welcome to today's exercise class. So today we're going to be using resistance bands, which are kind of one of my favorite training tools, probably because they're quite versatile. You can use them for rehabilitation right up to serious strength training. They don't take up a lot of space, so you can take them with you on holidays if you want to exercise on holidays, or throw them in your gym bag. Okay, you can use them freestanding with your body, or you can attach them to things like railings and playground equipment. So I've used them quite a lot for my coaching and for myself. Okay, so I've got a couple here I'm going to show you. Today we're going to be using, I'm going to be using a super band. So super bands are generally quite thicker than what we would call, say, this one here is a TheraBand. It's a bit thinner. You might see these when you go to the physio. They might give you a physio band, sometimes they call it, and there's all levels of intensity, and depending on who the manufacturer is, might be a different color to this. This one's a medium. I just got it from a department store. So that's the beauty. A lot of this stuff you can actually just buy at the department store these days. You don't have to buy it from a dedicated supplier. So yeah, so they come in handy, and they're nice and soft as well, those TheraBands. And then yeah, we're going to be using super bands, and the super bands can come in different thicknesses. So this one is the light one. And then, I don't know, I would probably call this about a medium, the black one. And these ones, I don't know, they're really thick. So I've used these before in training. They can help me do things like pull-ups or whatever, chin-ups sort of thing. This one's quite long. I've used that for all sorts of like people pulling me or something like, so yeah, some sort of pulling and stuff. So yeah, there's lots of things that you can do with it. I've definitely used all of these type of bands, but today we're going to be using this one here. Okay, so I'll pop them out of the way. Get them out of the way. So yeah, okay, so I'm going to show you 4 exercises that you can do with your resistance bands. So if you've never used one of these before, you might like to start with a lighter one, and then as you develop your strength, you can go and get a thicker one. Sometimes you can buy them as part of a pack of 3 or 4 or whatever, or generally, like, I've bought these individually. Okay, they do have a shelf life. If you use it a lot, like, you can get I've got quite a lot use out of these super bands, more than a TheraBand, but do look occasionally and see if you can find any nicks and stuff in there that might compromise the integrity of the band. Okay, and that goes the same with the TheraBands as well. They do have a shelf life. If you leave them in the heat, they'll deteriorate quicker because they're rubber and stuff like that. But anyway, so we're going to start off with a really quick mobility, and then we'll jump in and use our bands. Okay, and sometimes you'll get resistance bands with handles on the end as well, so that's another style as well. Alrighty, so anyway, let's jump in. Education's over. We're going to just start with some head nods, just to get the neck nice and loose. So obviously, if you've already been moving about, you can jump forward and get straight into the exercises. You don't have to do this, but I'll keep the mobility nice and short. And then the other way. Hope you guys are all having a pleasant day, evening, whenever you're doing this. All right, so our arms and shoulders are nice and warmed up, and some side bends for the trunk, couple each side. And we'll do some twists and some flexion and extension of the spine, so just getting that back nice and warmed up. Nice. And do a little bit extra for the lower back and hips. Alrighty, and then a bit more for the hips here. And if there's any other mobility that you want to do, please feel free to go ahead and do that. Nice, kick the heels up behind, warm up the knees. Maybe some little circling. Take this one nice and easy. This is a carry-on from my karate days. I did a very short stint with karate, and yeah, the guy that was teaching it got us to do that. So I've carried it on. And then ankles. Nice. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is some work for the back. So I'm going to grab my band. All right, and I'm going to pop it underneath my feet. So when I go to pop it underneath my feet, I'm gonna pop it underneath the arch of my feet, and this just makes sure that it doesn't flick up and hit me in the head. So it's under the arch of my feet. Make sure the whole of your foot's flat on the ground and feet are roughly underneath the hips. I'm gonna scooch my bottom back and keep a nice straight back. So almost like I'm sticking my tailbone up, not arching the spine, but just a gentle tilt of the tailbone up. And my eyes are looking forward and down, and that's gonna help with my posture. So I'm gonna grab hold of the band as close to the ankle as possible, so I want some good resistance. And then from here, I'm just gonna draw the elbows behind me. Just draw them. So you may feel your back muscles working as you draw your elbows behind you. So you want to go all the way from straight arms to bent. We're going to do another, so we're doing 10 of these and we're doing 3 sets. Last one. I've probably done more than 10 now. And like our last video, we're going to superset our exercises. So that means that after we finish one, we're going to do another one. We're going to piggyback it onto the previous one, and we'll do that 3 times. All right, so chest open, and we're curling the elastic up to our collarbone. So we're working on our arms. I'm going to show you on this side a little bit here. So we want to keep the elbows down by our side and just, gazing in front. Not the most exciting exercise, but we are getting a bit of core work here as well. That's it. So let's go 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, so you can have a little break after this, maybe 30 seconds or a minute if you want to, but I'm actually going to do the next 2 sets, and then I'm going to hit the pause button and then do the other 2 exercises. So I'll have my break when I'm finished. All right, but if you need to have a little break, that's okay. All right, so we're going to grab hold of the elastic, nice straight back, eyes forward and down. I'm going to draw that elbow behind us. So feel the muscles in our back activating as we pull the elbows behind us. That's it. Doing well. So we're going to do 5 more of these. 5. So just nice smooth movements. Good. Let's do 2 more. Beautiful. All right. So standing up nice and tall and chest out, eyes forward. Doing our, actually we're doing bicep curls. What am I doing? Okay, doing bicep curls. Sorry about that, guys. Beautiful, that's me. Mine's elsewhere. Okay, let's do 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right, I've got 1 more set of each. So get into position. I'll do this side this time. All right. Oh, this hair. All right. Okay, chest out, long spine, and let's start pulling those elbows behind us. Getting nice, strong backs. Okay, let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And then doing our bicep curls, so standing tall, curling that elastic up towards our collarbone. Good. If you've just got a thick band and it's really tricky trying to get that full range, right, the band up to your collarbone, you can take 1 foot out and just have it underneath 1 foot as well. Okay, let's go 3 more. 2 and 1. Nice. All right, so we've done our first 2 exercises. Superset them back to back. I'm going to hit the pause button, and when I come back, we'll do the following 2 exercises, and then we'll do our cool down. So I'll see you soon. Okay, and we're back. So we've done our first 2 exercises, our rows and our bicep curls to strengthen our back and our arms and our core. And the last 2 exercises, we're doing a standing chest press using our bands, and we're going to superset that with what we call tempo squats or slow squats. So we're going to be doing 10 presses, and then once we finish that, we're going to do 5 slow squats, okay? So grab your band, pop it underneath your armpit, so over your body, under your armpit, snuggle it underneath there. So right underneath there. If you do have a tank top and you're using like this sort of band, like the TheraBand might be okay, but just be mindful that it may pinch your skin. So if you want to swap it out for like a t-shirt or something like that, it very rarely happens, but if you're finding some friction, go pop a t-shirt on, okay? Yeah, so we're going to grab hold of the band so the hand's close to the armpits. I'll kind of stand on a bit of an angle here. And all I'm going to do is push the band out in front. So knuckles forward, want to keep the wrists nice and straight and strong. Standing tall, but you know, comfortable. And we're just going to press. So as we press, our hands are going to stay in line with our shoulders at shoulder height. Yep. And this does your core as well. So every time we press away, you might feel that sensation of your core activating. Okay, let's go 2 more. 1, 2, I think that's about 10. I'm not very good at counting, so not my strong point. But anyway, we're gonna do our squats. So if you watched my video previously here, I mentioned that with squats, we don't wanna overthink them. We want our feet just roughly hip width apart. You know, if it's a bit wider or narrower, that's okay. We do wanna keep our whole foot on the ground, and all we're doing is sending our bottom out the back, slow down, a nice smooth pace up. Actually, we're gonna count to 3 Mississippis to go down, and then we're just going to come up on 1. Okay, so we're going to do 5 of those reps. So relax your arms, they're going to get a break while we do our legs. So soften the knees, and here we go. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and stand. Okay, pretty simple. Hey, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and stand. 1 and 2 and 3 and stand. 2 more. Now the great thing about these is it allows you a sense of control. You can really feel the movement as you go nice and slow, 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 and then stand. And as we stand, we want to bring those hips right through. So we're back to our presses now. So grab your hands near your armpits, eyes forward, relax your knees, and here we go. Big push. Drive hard, keep those wrists straight and strong. That's it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, so we're up to our second lot of squats. So if you've moved your feet, pop them into a position that's going to be favorable for your squat position. And then here we go, eyes forward. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and stand. Lovely. 4 to go. 1 and 2 and 3 and stand. Good. 1 and 2 and 3, stand. Good. We've got 2 more. 1 and 2 and 3, stand. Last one, bring those hips all the way through as you stand up, and 3, stand. Nice. Lovely. We've got 1 more set of each to go. So here we go. Chest up, eyes forward, and big push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. So we've got our last lot of legs. So those squats, feet in position, eyes forward, soften the knees, and here we go. Hips out the back for 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and stand. 4 to go. 1 and 2 and 3 and stand. 1 and 2 and 3, stand. We've got 2 more. 1 and 2 and 3, stand. Last one. 1 and 2 and 3, and if you want to, you can hold it there for 1 and 2 and 3 and stand. Whew, that was a bit shaky on the legs. All right, so that's it. We've just done this really nice, quick, simple routine. We've worked our whole bodies, don't need the band anymore. And now we're going to stretch it out, okay? So might as well do that while we're standing here. So from here, just let the arms relax down by your side. We'll tuck the chin to the throat, stretch the neck. And then lifting up the chin, stretching the front of the neck. And then coming to center, over the side. You've done very well, everybody. Up and over the side. And then coming up, and then we're going to open up. Oh, give our chest a big stretch after all those presses. And then let's stretch our back. Big stretch for the back. Beautiful, lovely. And then from here, let's have a little hemi stretch here. So we'll fold at the hips. Now you can have your back straight or you can round it. It really doesn't matter. Whatever feels comfortable for your back. Just a few quick stretches here. Come on up, and the other side. Get a bit of a stretch there for the back of the leg, for the bottom calf. Nice, awesome. All right, so like I said, nice and short this one. I hope you've enjoyed participating as much as I have coaching it. If you've got any questions, just leave some comments there. Otherwise, have an amazing day, afternoon, whenever you're doing this, and I'll see you in the next video.